Hey guys, it's Michelle and welcome back to my channel. So as you could probably tell from my past couple of videos, I've been obsessed with Pinterest lately. So I have another Pinterest inspired video that I'm ready to share with you. So for this melting crayon DIY, all you're going to need is a canvas, some crayons, I bought a massive box, some tape, some scissors, and a blow dryer. So the first thing I did is took an old scrap piece of cardboard and measured it to the canvas. And then for this one, I decided to do a variety of colors, so I just took time and laid out the crayons as I wanted them, in the order I wanted them. So once you have the crayons in the order that you want them to be, I just leveled them out using another piece of cardboard and then taped them in a line all together. So there's two options for this craft. So you can either do what I did and tape the crayons above the canvas so that they melt onto it, so you can reuse the crayons for another DIY, or you can do what I've seen other people do on Pinterest and they actually take the crayons and hot glue them onto the canvas and then they stay there as part of the piece. So it's totally up to you which method you choose. But for mine, I decided that I wanted to reuse them. So once your crayons are secured, so either taped above the canvas like mine, or hot glued, you're ready to start. So what you're going to do is plug your blow dryer in and start to melt the crayons. So all blow dryers are different. Mine, I use the highest heat setting, and I use the attachment head that is kind of flat. And I found this just melted the crayons a lot easier. So unfortunately my camera decided that it had no more memory left while the crayons were actually melting, and you'll notice when you do this DIY that once your crayons get hot enough and the wax starts to melt, there is no stopping the wax at all because it's so hot it'll just run right down the canvas. So naturally the wax is just going to drip right down the canvas into this kind of like teardrop pattern, and then it's up to you with your blow dryer to determine how far you want it to drip and how well you want the colors to blend. So as you can see here, my purple kind of blended over into my green, but if you just blow the blow dryer into a different direction, it'll get the colors lined up and get them to blend out smoothly. So for this second piece, I'm going to show you how I did kind of the umbrella effect that I've seen on Pinterest as well. So I kind of knew the idea I wanted to go with, so it was just a little girl under an umbrella with her dog. So I just found these pictures on Google and then copied and pasted them into Microsoft Word and sized them and positioned them as I wanted. So just like my previous one, here I'm lining up all the crayons. For this one I chose to do the kind of purples, blues, grays, and darker colors to kind of make it look like actual rain. And then I taped it to a very similar piece of cardboard and then secured it into place. So here I'm just taking my scissors and cutting it around both of my silhouettes. So I wasn't being very precise with my cutting on this one. So because you're going to be melting the crayons and you kind of want it to go around your silhouettes, I decided that this was going to be kind of my rough silhouette, and then I actually reprinted them for the final copy and resized them just so that wax wasn't covering them and it kind of covered up all the flaws of the artwork. So once your silhouettes are cut out and on your canvas, you want to get another piece of paper. So I recommend using scrapbooking paper, cardstock paper, or even another piece of Bristol board. So all you want to do with that paper is to bend it around the shape of your silhouette. So like I'm doing here, I'm just bending it to kind of match my umbrella so that when the crayons actually start to melt, the wax kind of goes around the silhouette to give the effect that it's actually raining and the girl is staying dry from it. So this is another reason why this is kind of my rough silhouette, because I'm going to be putting tape on it to ensure that there's a super tight seal between my piece of cardstock paper and my silhouette. So when you're taping down the cardstock paper, make sure to put it on both the inside and the outside of your silhouette. So here I'm putting it on the outside and then kind of folding it over so that the edge of the tape comes right in line with where the umbrella should be. So once you've secured your silhouette to the canvas and the cardstock paper around the umbrella, you are ready to start melting the crayons. So just like with the colorful design I did before, you're just going to use the blow dryer and melt the crayons. So again, my camera decided that it was full once again, and I didn't get footage of that, but here you can see me just melting the final kind of aspects of my piece. So one thing I noticed about using the cardstock paper is once the crayons started to kind of bunch up around the bottom of the cardstock paper and where the edge of the silhouette would be, it started to get heavy and pull itself away from the canvas. So as you can see, I used my other hand to help hold that cardstock paper close to the canvas so that as the crayons melted, it went around the edges to look at the dripping water effect. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, be sure to check me out on Instagram at Diyourchellef to see what video I'll be posting next week. Bye!